Hey everybody, Brian Good here. No, do not adjust your cell phone or your monitor. I am extra bright here today. The camera's just real excited about our lighting here, but hopefully you can still see me in a creepy way. Alright, so let's talk about the setup here. We'll at least briefly mention the severe potential for a part of our area, and then I'll get into obviously the longer term when it comes to any snow chance. First off, look at the visible satellite. Of course, that's why you don't see the clouds in the very last frame, but one front to our east. Of course, still devastating impact here on Gatlinburg with those fires. They picked up about a half inch of rain. They wanted more, but the wind with that rain and the lightning just didn't really help things out, and they're drying out now for the rest of the day. The image, I'll freeze it here so you can see where the cloud cover is, mainly west of Louisville, so mainly sunny sky for a lot of us, and that'll allow with that south wind for a decent amount of warming today. But our main issue is going to be what's coming from the southwest, where portions of Arkansas into Texas. This low pressure is going to move into Illinois later on today. As it does so, the wind fields are really going to enhance across the Tennessee Valley and parts of Kentucky. Right now, the Storm Prediction Center in yellow has the slight risk are southern counties, mainly around Greene and Adair through about Marion and southward for tonight. And then the enhanced risk way south. In fact, there's a hatched area showing that significant tornadoes may develop parts of Tennessee down into Mississippi later on for tonight. For our area, it looks like it's going to be an evening event. I would say 8 or 9 o'clock to about 3 a.m. That's the window right now that we will likely see thunderstorms move into our southern counties. We could get some rain even here in Louisville, but as far as the severe potential, it'll be mainly our southern tier. And here's the setup for this. When you look at a wider view with that storm system moving into the area, there's actually two pieces involved in this, and the shear forecast from the Storm Prediction Center really shows it. Here's one piece to our north, the other one down to the south, and watch what happens. This is at about midday today. Later on this afternoon, the two get closer together, and that's where we're going to be watching to see how these two interact, and that should be the zone then that will set up for severe potential when these two combine together. And right now, again, that looks to be our southern counties, but there is still some wiggle room there for adjustments on that, so make sure to watch Ryan this evening as the storms develop and see how things are playing out when it comes to that. So let's get into the snow side of things now. Still going to keep the system moving in toward the end of this weekend and early next week. Possibility this end is a bit of snow or maybe some sleet. This is going to be mainly a rain event, though. Not a big deal. The one on the 9th and 10th is one that everyone seems to be talking about, and for good reason, because the models have been going crazy. But be careful when you look at the your weather buffs out there, looking at weather models all the time. The operational models, which is the GFS, Canadian, here's the Euro. The Euro's not, or I said this wrong. GFS, Euro, here's the Canadian. Canadian's not displayed, but these update every 6 to 12 hours, and they've been changing, crazy. I mean, yesterday the Euro had basically a blizzard here in Louisville. This is going to be about the 7th and 8th of December. GFS is showing the same thing, and then today they've really backed off on it, especially GFS. The Euro still has a very strong system, but much more to the north. So this setup, you don't want to send out these model runs. These here. Don't be, if you are big on tweeting that stuff out, don't do it. The ensemble is what you need to look at. And notice the ensemble forecast for the event here for the 8th is much colder. The Euro has it located in eastern Great Lakes, and it has us in a very cold regime as a result of that. So right now we're just going to monitor the ensembles for that particular system even as it passes by. Notice the Euro, again, the middle bottom frame here, still showing a lot of cold air at play for our area. So this is a system I think is still one we need to watch carefully. The pattern is certainly supportive of a more dynamic system in our area, but the track and the intensity still is very much in question. And then as we head about the 14th, still showing the ensembles, showing the cold air, but look at even with the GFS how it changes every run, but you definitely tell the battle the model is having. You see the Arctic air in Canada, warm air to the south, it develops a strong low as a result. So the GFS at least sees that the very dynamic stormy pattern taking shape, but it's going crazy with the details. So ensembles, it's the way to go for now. Even in looking at the European ensembles for that system on the 8th, here's the potential for us to see 3 inches or more. And at the moment, very small chance locally, much higher chance across Illinois and Indiana. So it looks like the low, it's trying to bet on the idea of the low tracking through the state itself. We'll see if that indeed does pan out. But it is the only one I see at the moment that is really interesting that we need to monitor. And of course, we have several more showing up all the way through Christmas. So this is just one of several that we have to keep an eye on. All right, that's it now for now, guys. Have a good day. Christy will have the very latest on that storm potential as well coming up on midday. We'll see you then.